Hello everyone, welcome to Exemplar Physics. This is the first video in the playlist Vectors. In this video, we are going to discuss what are vectors, how vectors are different from that of scalars, and at the end we'll do two questions related to vectors that would enrich your knowledge in the concept. So let's start our discussion. So all the physical quantities are basically divided into two parts. All physical quantities are categorized into two types. One as scalars and the others as vectors. Let us first understand what are scalars and vectors. Then you will understand on what basis these physical quantities have been categorized into scalars and vectors. Scalars are those quantities which has only magnitude, whereas vectors have magnitude plus direction. So every physical quantity is represented by magnitude. Every physical quantity is represented by magnitude. Magnitude represents two things. One, number, and the other one is unit. So magnitude consists of two parts. One number, the other one is unit. For example, mass of a body. So mass of a body is equal to 5 kg. So 5 part represents the number and the kg part represents the unit. So if all magnitudes will have two parts, one number and the other one is unit. So number I am representing it by capital N and unit I am representing it by capital U. Whereas vectors along with this magnitude, vectors along with the magnitude will have direction. The directions could be north, south, east, west. These are geographical directions, or in intermediate, northeast, southeast, southwest, or northwest. So directions could be geographical directions, or if you are talking on a plane, so directions on a plane could be up, down, left, right, out of the plane, into the plane, and so on. Or if we have a reference point, say this is the reference point we have, and a body is supposed to reach to position B from the reference point A, so the direction could be AB or BA So directions can be represented in many ways, and we are going to see it in the coming questions. So what is the basic difference between a scalar and vector? Scalars have only magnitude and vectors have magnitude and direction. But this difference is not at all sufficient to differentiate between scalar and vector. The most important difference between the scalars and the vectors is how the algebraic operation is done on them. Scalar quantities follow basic algebraic operations, whereas vector quantities do not follow basic algebraic operations. They follow vector laws. So let's see what are they. Suppose I have a surface here. On the surface I have kept a mass m. On this mass m, suppose that I have kept another mass small m. So what is the total mass kept on the surface? The total mass is going to be m plus m. That is the basic algebraic addition. But when we consider the vector quantities, the basic algebraic addition may not be followed. Vector follows vector laws of addition. Vector follows vector laws of addition. So what are vector laws of addition? We are going to discuss in the further videos. But for now, just in order to differentiate, so this is the main differentiation on which these two quantities are being separated as scalar quantities and vector quantities. Scalar quantities obeys algebraic addition or operations, whereas the vector quantities follows vector laws of addition. Now let us see how these vector quantities are represented. Suppose I have a vector quantity with me. Suppose A is a vector quantity. So A is represented as, we'll write letter A, and above the A will represent and will put an arrow. So this arrow represents what? Vector A. We'll read it as vector A. So this vector A consists of what? This vector A consists of two things: magnitude, and the second one is direction. So magnitude is represented as like this. We'll write vector A and we'll put it in mod. So magnitude is represented as mod of vector A. We'll write, in order to represent magnitude, we'll write mod of vector A. And direction is represented as by unit vector. Direction is represented by unit vector. And how do you differentiate whether a given quantity is unit vector or not? So let us say the direction of A is A. So unit vector is represented as A cap. So whenever you see A cap, so you will understand that that is the direction. So direction of A is A cap. That means vector A can be written as mod of, let us write mod of vector A as just simple A for our simplicity. So mod of vector A can be written as magnitude of A, the magnitude part, and the second one is the direction part. So direction is given by the unit vector. Now what is unit vector? Unit vector is a vector with a magnitude 1, magnitude equal to 1, and direction is the direction of vector. Direction represents the direction of vector. So this is how a vector is written. Vector will consist of two parts, magnitude and direction. So A This is vector A, this is read as vector A, this is magnitude of vector A, and A cap is the direction. So when I multiply unit vector with the magnitude, this product will become a vector. Okay. One thing you have to remember is magnitude of a vector is a scalar quantity. Magnitude of vector is a scalar quantity. Now if you have understood, let's do some questions. So let's take some questions. Question number 1. So we have two statements here. Statement A. Statement B. So here we have two statements. Statement A says that the physical quantities which do not follow simple algebra are vectors. Statement B says that the physical quantities which follow simple algebra are vectors. So which one is correct? So we have studied that the vectors follow vector law of addition, not simple algebra. So the vector do not follow simple algebra. This is correct, this is wrong. Let's see the another question. Question number 2. So here is the second question. Among the following, the quantity which is not scalar. So you have to find out which is not scalar. Let's see the options. Option A 5 meters, option B 10 kg, option C 3 meters due east, and option D 4 seconds. So we have studied that the scalars will have only magnitude. Magnitude consists of number and unit, number and unit, number and unit. So the only quantity which is having the direction is called vectors. That is not scalar. So 3 meters due east means towards east. So 3 meters due east, it consists not only consists of magnitude, but it also consists of direction. So hence this is not scalar, this is the vector. So option C is the correct answer. I hope that you have understood the concept. Still, if you have any doubts, please write it in the comment section. I'll surely help. If you like the video, please share the video with your friends and family members. Thank you.